Hello, I'm David Kerr and you're watching Shalom World News. Here's your latest headlines from around the globe. Pope Francis is urging all Catholics to pray the rosary during the month of May as part of the global campaign against the COVID-19 pandemic. In a letter published by the Vatican on Saturday, the Holy Father suggested that Catholics, quote, rediscover the beauty of praying the rosary at home during the month of May, May being the month traditionally dedicated to Marian devotion. Pope Francis said that the Holy Rosary is a means of contemplating the face of Christ with the heart of Mary, our Mother. Praying it, he added, makes Catholics more united as a spiritual family, which he said will help the Church and the world overcome this particular time of trial. Pope Francis also asked Catholics to recite 2 new prayers which he himself has composed in honour of the Blessed Virgin Mary. God doesn't promise us a life free from storms, but he does promise us a safe pathway through the tempest. That's the opinion of the Governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, according to an address he gave to an evangelical church in the Lone Star State on Sunday. Speaking via video link, Governor Abbott told the Prestonwood Baptist Church of how he was left in a wheelchair after sustaining a serious injury to his back when he was only 26 years old. Now aged 52, Governor Abbott said that Jesus Christ has always been there for him and has always helped him to weather life's storms. Greg Abbott is a convert to Catholicism. He has been the Governor of Texas for the past 5 years. The President of the US Bishops' Conference is asking Catholics to intensify both prayer and sacrifice as part of the ongoing effort to defeat the COVID-19 outbreak. Writing in his diocesan newspaper, Archbishop Jose Gomez of Los Angeles said the present coronavirus crisis should make every Catholic realise how much they depend upon God. He added that during this crisis, God is calling all Catholics to a deeper sense of solidarity with each other and for each other. Recalling the charity and compassion of the early Church, Archbishop Gomez said he appreciated the various ways both clergy and lay faithful were reaching out during the present pandemic. He further suggested that God may be asking those Catholics suffering during the COVID pandemic to offer their sorrows and pains for the persecuted church elsewhere around the world. Staying in the US, and the Franciscan University of Steubenville in Ohio is to pay the tuition costs of all incoming freshmen and transfer students this fall. The universities say they have taken the bold move in response to the economic crisis afflicting many families during the COVID-19 pandemic. Entitled Step in Faith, the financial initiative will cover the cost of tuition for freshman students and transfer students regardless of their ability to pay. That's after already awarded scholarships and grants have been taken into consideration. For those returning students who face financial hardship, the Franciscan University has also created a special package of financial aid. The university has asked that its benefactors and those families who are not in hardship to financially help those students who are less fortunate. The Vatican has announced that the 52nd International Eucharistic Congress, due to take place in the Hungarian capital of Budapest this September, is being postponed for 12 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Vatican Press Office say the decision has been taken because of the current pandemic and, quote, its consequences for the movement and aggregation of the faithful and pilgrims. The International Eucharistic Congress is a 1-week event which has been held regularly since 1881 to celebrate the real presence of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. The most recent Eucharistic Congress was held in the Philippines in 2016 when Burma's Cardinal Charles Bo represented Pope Francis as papal legate. Finally, the Catholic Church in England and Wales is to offer Holy Mass every Thursday evening for those healthcare workers who are on the front line against COVID-19. The move by the Church runs in parallel to a national round of applause for healthcare workers, which has become a feature of Thursday evenings across the United Kingdom since the outbreak of the pandemic. The first Mass for healthcare workers was offered last week by Cardinal Vincent Nichols of Westminster in London upon the feast of St George, England's patron saint. Cardinal Nichols called upon the clergy and lay faithful of England and Wales to keep their eyes upon the presence of God amidst the COVID pandemic. He also prayed for those suffering from the effects of the virus, for those who have died, and for their families and friends who are left grieving. In the weeks to come, the venue for the Thursday evening Mass will rotate around the cathedrals of England and Wales. Well, that's all for now. Do join me next time on Shalom World News for more headlines from across the globe. Until then, may God bless you. Shalom.